What's going on, guys? White Fox 1225 here with another ESO Saturday. ZMX gave us a lot of news on the new zone, the new Thieves Guild storyline, the new skills, the new trial, some motifs, some crafting sets, just pretty much a little bit of everything. So in this video, we're going to be covering all of that and just going into all the news that we got in the last couple days. And it was quite a bit, so we have quite a long episode, but we have some really exciting news in here and some stuff that I'm pretty pumped on. So let's just start with the new zone, which is Bane. So Bane is in Hammerfell, and the major city in the zone is Abba's Landing, and we got a little bit of a look at the zone and the city, and I have to say they both look really great. The city is really packed, it has multiple levels, reminds me of Orsinium. Orsinium was a really well done city, and they really stepped up their city game since the vanilla game. So Orsinium was awesome, this city looks really great, it looks like they really kind of, are putting a lot of time to making the cities look more like cities, with multiple layers, more stuff in them, and just more detail. The new zone looks great too. I'm not a fan of the desert zones, but I have to say, this is looking really cool. It's a little bit of a smaller zone, just so you know. It only has 2 delves, it has 2 world bosses. It's not like a full zone like Orsinium, but on the other hand, we have a lot of new Thieves Guild stuff coming to kind of make up for that. But you can still have fun running around, playing around with the new delves, just killing things, grinding. And we will have like a zone to run around in, which is kind of nice, even though it is a bit smaller. We also got to look at the Thieves Den, which is where the Thieves Guild will be based out of. It's in the sewers. It brought back a lot of nostalgia for me. It kind of looks like the Ratway. That's probably what I'm most excited about at this point. Just seeing it and, seeing where the base of the Thieves Guild is going to be really got me excited to do some of those quests. So double thumbs up for that. And let's move on and talk about some of the sets, the armor sets we're going to have in the new DLC. So there's going to be 4 sets available with the trial, so you can get that off of, dead bosses. You can also get them from being on the leaderboard of the trial. We're going to have 2 sets available around Bane, 3 new craftable sets, and then we have the new motif, which is the outlaw crafting style. It looks really stealthy, kind of like the Thieves Guild armor, but not quite. And I have to say, it's probably my favorite motif that they've put in the game so far. So definitely looking out for that. And when you join the Thieves Guild, you also get a Thieves Guild Initiative costume. So then you can wear that, and it looks kind of like the Thieves Guild armor from Skyrim. So you can wear that when you're doing the quests and feel like you're part of the guild, which is kind of nice. And you'll get that right off from the beginning. It's not in the Crown Star. You don't have to pay for it. You'll just get it right off the bat for free, of course, if you buy the Thieves Guild DLC. Now there's some new motifs coming in with the new patch, and that's coming for everyone. So we have the 3 alliance motifs. So these are 3 separate motifs that you'll get for your alliance, and they can be found in chests around Cyrodiil and the Imperial City. What they are is just, alliance themed motifs, so you can get your armor themed for your alliance. So if you're in the Everhard Pact, it's going to be red, and you can see some concept pictures on the screen of them. I think they look really great. Excited to, run around Cyrodiil trying to find those. We have the Malakath motif, which is kind of orcish, and you're going to get that one from doing the Orsinium daily world boss quest. Then we have the Soul Shriven motif, and you're going to get that from completing the Caldwell Silvers quest. If you don't know that, it's when you finish your main story of your alliance and you go do another one, you're going to get that, new motif for the Soul Shriven. You're already going to get that if you completed the quest, so if you already did it and you're worried about not getting the motif, don't worry, it'll just be put in your inventory. Then we have the Trinimac motif, and that's, if you play Orsinium, you know what the Trinimac armor looks like. It looks really cool, and you're going to get that from doing the Orsinium Daily Delves quest. So if you want those motifs, those are coming to everyone. That's just a patch to the game. You don't even have to get the Thieves Guild DLC, but you will have to get the Thieves Guild DLC to get that outlaw crafting style. And then last up for crafting, we have 6 new sets coming to the Alliance War that you can get from being on the leaderboards, or just in the mail for rewards of the worthy. Let's move on and talk about the Thieves Guild a little bit. So the Thieves Guild, one thing that I thought was really cool is that the storyline will be following the lore. So there's still the no killing rule. You still can't steal from beggars, and you still can't steal from other Thieves Guild members. I was a little worried that the quests were going to be like, go kill this person or do this boss fight, and that really wouldn't make sense for the Thieves Guild. So really glad they're following the lore and going with a real Elder Scrolls Thieves Guild experience. The Thieves Guild is also going to introduce a larceny system, and that's going to make repeatable quests like heists, pickpocketing quests, stealing quests, and more quests, and that's just going to be like radiant quests around the world. Now that's not even just in Bane. You could do those in the Rift or Grotwood or wherever you want. You can find these daily quests to go steal something. If you think of the Thieves Guild quest in Skyrim where it was just, go steal this thing from this person's house or go pickpocket this person, that's what this is, kind of like those Radiant random quests that you got in Skyrim or come into the Elder Scrolls, which I think is great because you can do these daily, get XP, and also, improve your skill line. We got a more detailed look at the heist quests, and I have to say they look really fun. So you're gonna be sent to this area, and they're gonna say find 3 of these items, and it's also timed, and you're gonna have to avoid guards, find hiding spots, avoid traps. You can bring friends, so you can group in these heist quests, and then you're gonna get rewards if you complete them. Even if you don't complete them, you're gonna get a small reward. And it's really nice to see like a time challenge come for solo play or group play that has to do with the crime system. Let's move on and talk about the new Thieves Guild skill line, which is all passive skills, but let's just go over all the skill lines, all the skills. So first off, we have Finders Keepers, and that's the first skill in the skill tree. So you're going to be able to see Thieves Guild troves, and what those troves are kind of like stash materials. So you're going to find things like hidden gold, hidden treasure maps, hidden lockpicks, bounty pardons, which lets you buy off part of your bounty. Those are just going to be hidden throughout the world, so you're going to be able to see those and find those. Next we have Swiftly Forgotten, which decreases your bounty quicker if you have the skill activated. We have Haggling, which increases the sell value of your items. We have Clemency, which helps you persuade guards not to, take you into custody. So if you get caught, instead of paying your bounty or running, you can just convince them to let you go. We have Timely Escape, which means if you're chased by guards, some NPCs will come and help you escape quickly, which I think is really cool. Excited to see how that works in the game. Then last up we have Veil of Shadows, which just makes you harder to detect when you're doing crime. Let's talk about the new trial. So there's a 12-player trial coming to the game with the Thieves Guild DLC called the Maw of Lorkhaj, and I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong, but you get the idea. It's the first ESO trial that has a normal and veteran rank version, and also scales to your group leader's level. So if you're level 5, you could go and try this trial. It might not be as fun as if you're a higher level, but you can definitely do it. The story of the trial is that you're helping some Khajiits clear out some Tremothra from this temple, and it has something to do with music and song, but you guys can, find out the whole story when you go and play it. There are going to be some sets that are, specific for the trial, so you can get them from, just drops or being on the leaderboard. All of them glow though, which is really cool, so if you get them, you're going to be able to get, armor that glows, which I think is a first for the Elder Scrolls Online, so definitely an incentive to try this trial, over and over again until you get that. Let's move on and talk about assistants. So assistants are the new non-combat followers, and you can summon them and they basically just provide you a service. So there's a smuggler assistant, a banker assistant, and a vendor assistant. And whenever you want, you can summon them and they'll just follow you around until you get in combat. They take the place of your pet, so that kind of gives you an idea of how they work. So let's say I had the smuggler one, that lets me give him stuff that I've stolen, and then they take that and they can bring it to, a fence. So instead of carrying that around and risking getting caught, I can have them take it. The banker just puts stuff in your bank, and the vendor is just things you can buy from. But it's cool that now in the wilderness I can just summon a vendor and use it. Now I suppose if you wanted a follower, you could just have the smuggler follow you. That would work too, so if you want the feeling of not, running around alone, you could have one of them just follow you for fun. I think this is a really cool feature. It brings followers to ESO in a sense. And I think it's gonna, be a favorite among players, and I'm pretty excited to, play it myself. There is a new musical store coming, just like Orsinium. It'd probably be like an hour long or something like that, but new music for the Thieves Guild DLC. You can also now put trophies in your inventory as mementos, so those are going to be in your collection slot and they will no longer take up inventory space. So even if you deleted one, they'll be in that memento area, and you can use the item whenever you want. So one I always carry is like this smoke bomb. Instead of taking up an inventory space, that'll just be in my collections UI, so when I go there I can just use it instead of having to carry it around. Now I can carry around some more useful stuff instead. Let's move on and talk about the Crown Store. So the Crown Store has a few things coming with the Thieves Guild. First off, we have the Hammerfell Camel, which is the camel mount we've all been waiting for since last episode. That's going to cost 1,800 crowns. I'm really excited to hop on one of those. We have the Kindlespit Dragon Frog, which is a new pet. It's kind of like this winged frog that spits fire. That's going to be 700 crowns. And then you can have the Pirate Costume Pack, which is also 700 crowns if you kind of want to dress up like a pirate. Now the Thieves Guild DLC is hitting PTS sometime next week. They said probably Wednesday. When you do get to the PTS, all you have to do is go to any outlaw refuge and they will take you to Hews Bane, and you can go there on the PTS and practice it and try it out and test it and see if there are any bugs, if that's kind of your thing. That's free, by the way, so even if you don't plan on buying the DLC and you kind of want to try it out, you can do that now and it doesn't cost you anything. You just have to install the PTS server. Now, the DLC is going to cost 2,000 crowns, which is a really fair price, and of course it's also free for ESO Plus members. It's going to come out March 7th for the PC, March 22nd for the Xbox One, and March 23rd for the PS4. Now, if you guys have any questions about the DLC, just leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a like. We got a lot more cool ESO videos coming in the future and some stuff on the Division. So if you're excited for that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.